Hello, it's Dallas again. I was going to do a little drywall repair on this hole in the drywall. The tools that I'm going to be using today is a hole saw, ruler, and pencil. Just to dry it out until I get a new piece. You want to make it look just around how it's going to be. You just want to make sure it's pretty leveled and when it cuts with nice and squared. I just traced it out, so I'm just going to use a hole saw and just poke it. And you just want to make sure there's no outlets or anything that could be hazard. So you just want to make sure you look around for any type of electrical. And then you can also save this for the template for your replacement. You just want to make sure you cut the drywall. Alrighty, that's all prepped, and now I'm gonna be getting some drywall and some plaster and get it ready for the first coat of mud. And then you can get drywall screws at Home Hardware too. They sell them different lengths. I'm just using the 1.25 inch. So what you do is you just go behind the drywall and then grab your drywall gun. And you just want to drive them in enough so it goes inside the drywall. Top should be good. I don't think the side is gonna move. Alrighty, so now I'm just gonna have to cut out a piece so I can put it inside the drywall, and then after that, then we can start mudding it and let it sit for a day or two, and then we can come back and sand it. So drywall usually comes with 1/2 inch or 3/4 inch. And then there's different types of drywall too. The one I'm using is mold resistance for bathrooms, kitchens. So yeah, I'm just using this as a template. I will have to make it a little shorter. Pretty good. So yeah, you want to take some of your drywall mud and just wedge it inside there, just so it bonds good with the drywall. And then you take your drywall screws. Some of that mud started squeezing out. So now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start putting mud all around it. And I'm going to put tape, drywall tape on the edges. And you probably want to come with your bigger scraper just to Make it look a little nicer. Alright, now I'm going to grab some drywall tape and start taping the edges. Each one to put it in between both drywalls evenly. So this is pretty much ready for the first coat to go over it. So I'm just gonna get a whole bunch of mud. Just cover the whole thing. I think that looks okay for now. So we're gonna let it sit for a day or two just to harden, and then after we can come back with the sand and start sanding all these little bumps that are left. And once we're done sanding, then I'm gonna let it sit again and mud it again with another coat, and then hopefully it should look good after that, and then we can start priming and painting it. I'm gonna show you how to do some sanding when we finish doing a mud job for this the punch hole in this drywall, and we already prepared it. We put new mud on there. We let it sit for a day, and now we're gonna use this little palm sander to sand it. And you just want to make sure you get rid of all the lumps and the imperfections. And you don't want to sand too much. And there's different types of sanding blocks. There's a sanding block, and there's a bigger one for bigger jobs. Different grits, they have different type of sanding paper for different applications. You can have it smoother, or if you want to do like the rough patch first, you can use a heavy grit to sand off most of the heavy ones. And then when you want to paint it, you want to make sure it's clean and not has all that sanding on there. And I think that's it for the sanding for this little job. Now we can do a primer and paint it, and we'll be done for this one. And we find out the other ones, we'll do some more.